Any other questions in the meantime? Yes, just your name. Could you kindly identify yourself? Yeah. Sayyid Ahmad Shah. All right.
I'd like to come back to the subject of God and man. The one thing that is important in Christ is among other qualities of Allah, one is Arhamar Rahim. He's ever so kind. He's ever so benevolent. He's ever so forgiving. It's something that one feels like love. Now, if I were to consider love, then I'm not confused about fear of God, which is the bombarded or created from time to time. Fear of God. Now, fear does not live inside of God. And all his attributes are loving. How does it start?
If you read Yusuf Ali's translation, this translation, I tell you it answers all your problems. You see, I think it's Surah Al-Imran. So, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O you who believe, it says, fear God as you ought to fear Him. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O you who believe, haqqa tuqatih. Fear Allah as you ought to fear Him. How do you fear Allah? Abdullah Yusuf Ali does it beautifully. He gives us in his commentary 3 different types of fears, or 4 different types of fears. What is fear? He starts to explain. There is a fear, he says, number 1, of a coward. A cowardly fellow. He's afraid of darkness, he's afraid of heights, he's afraid of this, afraid of that, afraid of everything. He said the abject fear of the coward, which anyone should be ashamed of. Everyone should be ashamed of. There is another type of fear, the fear of a reasonable man who wishes to avoid harm to himself or to someone he loves. My brother is driving too fast. So, now the fear of protecting his friends, his family, forces him to slow down. He wants to drive 100 miles an hour. But he's a reasonable man. Or he sees the signs there prohibiting him, your speed limits. They'll catch you, they'll find you. The barrier line, you cross it, you'll be fine. So he's a reasonable man, he's trying to avoid harm to himself or to his family and friends. It's a laudable quality, that fear. And there is another type of fear which is akin to love. That you love this object of love so much that you fear to do anything against the will of the beloved. Like in a crude way, I can tell you about my wife. You see, I love her. She's been my life partner for more than 40 years. And had it not been for her, I wouldn't be here. She encouraged me that I left her at home and I'm here for a month, going round and round, all that. But I have a certain love for her. And there are things that I will not say to her for fear that it will hurt her. She's so sensitive. My wife, I'm revealing the secret to you. She's so sensitive that if I want to kill her, I don't have to touch her. I don't have to touch her at all. I don't have to give her cyanide. I tell you, with words I can kill her. I know her. I just have to say something every day. And she'll be dead. I tell you, she'll die. I know that 40 years being with her, I can kill her like that. And no law in the world can get me. No. But I fear to do that. I want to have a second wife and a third wife and a fourth wife. I'm human. I'm an animal by nature. And I am polygamous in my mentality. But I can't do that. Why? I fear my wife. What? She's going to hurt me? No. She's so frail. If I blow, she'll blow away. She's big and strong. But no. That fear, I fear her, is a love. My love for her, I describe it in another word. I say I fear to hurt her. But that fear is not fear of she hurting me or killing me or doing anything to me. Nothing. Is that love. That is the fear of God. See, which Sulaiman alayhi salam says is the beginning of wisdom. The love of God. That you, because you love God so much, that you will not do anything to go against His will. Like that fear. So there are grades and grades of fear. The first one, everybody should be ashamed of. The second one, a reasonable man, he must take. Makes you to behave correctly. Fear of what? Getting hurt. Getting your family hurt. That fear is reasonable. And this fear is the bedrock of the love of God.
Thank you. Sheikh Zahran proved himself very right when he said he's only a humble man, pretending that he doesn't know. You can hear his answer. You can listen to his answer.